Good afternoon, this is Dave with ETN News, and I woke up the other day and started up my computer and saw this on the very front page. World Health Organization has a recommendation for mental health: only check the news once or twice a day. This really kind of just put me in a spot where I started to realize that whether or not this is a real incident happening, whether this is a true thing or not, it is not a virus of the body, it's a virus of the mind. We're being told everywhere we look, on every newscast, every cell phone in your hand, we hear the words virus. Now this goes on and on each day, hour after hour after hour. People are now running in fear.
A sea of people amidst the coronavirus pandemic. Hundreds and thousands of migrants desperate to reach their homes in rural India. They converged at a bus terminal in Delhi as the state of Uttar Pradesh sealed its borders. The police force overwhelmed by the crowds. The surge of people forced the government to arrange thousands of buses to take them back home.
They're doing crazy things, they're hoarding, taking food, all while listening to this noise that's around us constantly. Now, as those who know the Bible, we knew something like this was going to happen, but Christ put a lot of warnings out there to help keep our minds at peace. First one that always comes to mind was in Matthew 24, when Jesus was telling of these end times. What does he say? The first thing is, let no man deceive you. This is quite a powerful statement, because as we look around the world and on this net, all we're seeing is confusion and deception. And we have the powers that be are just spreading it over and over, and yet we have confusion on all points, even from their mouths. And we know who the author of confusion is. And so we know who has actually been let to do this, who is behind the scenes. Now if we look at the book of Job, we can see that Satan was given, he went to God. He went there. This is the accuser of the brethren. He went to God, stood amongst all the angels, and was told that I can prove that this man, Job, will not listen to you if it comes to his flesh. If you take away that hedge, then he'll go against you. And God knew Job, just as he knows all of us. He knew Job, and he said, go ahead, just do me one favor, don't kill him. Well, it wasn't a favor, but it was a commandment. Do not kill him. So the devil was given that opportunity to torture and just put Job through the worst of times and the worst of things. He lost all his family, he lost all his everything he owned, and yet he still held on to the words that God told him. His belief and his faith was stronger than anything around him, even though his three friends came and accused him repeatedly that it must have been something that you did, when it wasn't. It was the devil. And this, I believe, is what's actually happening right now. God has allowed this to happen to change the mindset of people to understand basically the separation of the wheat and tares. Who's going to trust in me, or who's going to trust in the world? And as we look around, there are thousands trusting in everything our governments are saying. We have 7.7 billion people under the control of a few thousand governmental agencies. Just the words of a few thousand people. And mixed within it is nothing but confusion, lies, distrust, craziness. And we know who the author of that is. So during these times, I just want to let you know that Christ is here. God is with us. It's up to us to hold on and listen to his words and the things that he is telling us, which is the truth, where Jesus says, I am the way, the truth, and the life. No man comes to the Father but by me. So remember that. And anyone out there that is confused and scared and worried that this is all some virus that's taking over and is going to kill us all, remember that that's not the way, that's not the truth, and that's not the life. This place is just a moment in time. It is not eternity. So I don't know what I'm trying to say here. I might be just rambling on, but I know that God is with us when our peace is taken from us through all this craziness. We have to turn back to Him and get into His Word so that peace can stay with us and remain with us. And for those who are afraid, this is coming to be the end of the time. I can't say, I don't know whether or not this is a real incident or not, but I know that there's confusion and the author of the confusion behind it. So just hold on to the truth that we know is true, and what is happening is in the hands of God. It's not in the hands of men. And don't give up your eternal life for some little bit of time and a bit of hope and a bit of money or anything in this world. Don't give that up because you want to hold on to a little something here that is all going to burn anyways. So I don't want this to be a downer video, but I just want you to keep in mind that every time we hear the words coronavirus, it is a virus of the mind, not the body. All the facts are out there if we go and look, that something isn't right. So many people that have studied this stuff, and so many that understand and believe the truth, and they're trying to spread that, but the truth is being squashed. I've tried myself many times to put links out to the public, and they don't show up after a few minutes on those pages. They're just pulled down. But everything that is stupid and silly and ridiculous is left up. So just remember, Jesus is coming soon. Get yourself right, your heart right with God, and trust that what He says is true. In Jesus' name, I pray for all of my brothers and sisters, and I pray for the world and our governments and all the scared people, that their minds will be opened unto the power of God and not unto the power of this world. So God bless you all. We'll see you again soon. And remember, Jesus is coming soon.